Coach Reagor, you say you still got to be proud of this organization and what you did here, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is the greatest university, 100%, hands down. I want my kids to go here. I'm very glad that I made this decision to come here. I think it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And coming back here to where it all started was really special. Being able to end it with Aaron Hansford and Moses Reynolds, some of these guys that I came in with in 2016, being able to finish it out here really meant the world to me.
What was that conversation like with Jimbo, the coaching staff here, to set this all up for you?
So I reached out to Mark Robinson and I said, hey, could you ask Coach Fisher if it'd be okay if I came back and threw? I knew that they didn't have any quarterbacks that were coming out this year because they had such young guys this past season, and they were fired up about that idea, and they welcomed me with open arms, which is, I mean, there's no other way that A&M would do it. I think that's the only way that they would do it, is they'd accept everyone, and they'd truly, say, look, you're part of this family. You can come back anytime you want, and so I'm really honored that they let me do this.
How do you feel like you're a different quarterback from the time that you last played with some of these guys?
Right, last time I was here, I feel like I was a little young and naive. I feel like I've done a lot of growing, whether that was physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I just feel like I've grown a lot and I'm a whole new person. I feel like I finally grew up.
How was the San Jose experience?
The San Jose experience was awesome. Now I won my first championship. I never won a state championship in high school, and we didn't win a conference one here, and we won a conference championship there. I mean, those are some memories that I'll have that last forever. Those are some of my brothers out there too, 100%, and that holds a special place in my heart.
Nick, a lot of people were talking about your arm strength and how you can sit the ball, but more people were talking about your character and what you mean to this university and what you mean to just the teammates. Just what does that mean to you to have that still same brotherhood even though you departed and had to go look at your own country?
I think that just says, I think that's a testament to how I was raised. I'm a product of my environment, and my environment was a loving, respectful, and caring environment, and that's kind of the way that I am today is because of that. So I got to thank my mom and dad for that.
So what have you worked on, and what do you continue to work on right now?
I worked on my 40 for a long time, and I only ran my 40 at San Jose State, and I'm not going to tell you the time. And I will not be working on my 40 ever again. I'm never going to run a 40-yard dash again. But no, I've been working on, my footwork, working on mental game. The NFL is a different level mentally as well. And so learning some offenses, talking ball, and the way the NFL does is really how it is, just changing your vocab.
Making your deep ball to Jalen earlier.
Oh, I loved it. I mean, Jalen is easy to throw to because he is such a big target, and he tracks the ball really well. I mean, there was some where I put that ball probably 30 yards away from where he was, and he's got to track that thing with all these lights in this indoor, the shadows, him running full speed, and he's tracking that right into the breadbasket. I mean, he made me look good out there, and so I'm just glad that I got to be a part of it.
Were you trying to show anything to the scouts with your deep ball today in particular?
I mean, I feel like I've done that a lot. Like you can go back to 2017. I was throwing to Christian Kirk or Damian Ratley and some of these guys, and being able to show that I still do have that, but also I can put a little bit of touch on it now, and it's not just a missile the whole time. So I feel like I did that today. I really am proud of what I did today.
Nick, 3 different schools, 3 different styles of offenses. Is that a question that scouts are asking about what you're most comfortable in, and also just do you feel like that there was one that you really worked on for this?
Scouts actually, they really like that I've been in a bunch of different offenses, because I'll be up there on the board with a scout and I'll write a play that we did at San Jose State, and they'll say, okay, now what'd you call that at Texas A&M? And so I'll be able to talk ball in a way where I can recall memories from 3-4 years ago, and they really like that because that's how their brains work too. They can recall a play from 2 seasons ago, in the middle of a game, and they like that I can, recall my memory like that as well.
This offseason at A&M, it's a three-man quarterback battle. You also got Haynes King that had kind of a similar injury as you. What advice would you give to guys going through a quarterback battle like that, like you did?
Yeah, I would say keep your head down and keep working. I actually was out here throwing with Haynes the other day. Incredible kid, and I'm sure these other guys are great guys as well, but my advice would just be keep your head down, keep working, and just remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Sometimes it's tough at practice, and you're having a bad day, but just remember the type of player you are and why you're here, and you're here for a reason. Just keep working.
Nick, you talked proudly of Texas A&M, and it just seems like after last season beating Alabama at home for the first time under Jimbo, how close is this program to getting to the next level and the next?
I think they're real close. I mean, shoot, I said it last night at dinner when I was talking to my dad. I think it's about 3 years. I think within the next 3. I truly do, and I came out here and I watched practice. When you see the size of this team, it looks like those teams whenever I was here, when we were playing, Alabama or Auburn, and we're like, man, these guys are bigger. Like, they're just straight up bigger, faster, and stronger than us. Well, that's A&M now.
You followed him to California, so did you ever get to meet Bieber along the way?
No, I never got to meet Justin Bieber. Our relationship is still up in the air.
On the rocks?
Yeah, it's on the rocks right now, I'd say. I'm getting pretty tired of it. And thank y'all.
Thanks, Nick.
Man, thank y'all so much.